Hello beer tubers and welcome to the Master of Hoppets Grand Advent Calendar. So the concept this year is different because I have twins. Brett moved to Copenhagen. Tobias is not available at the moment due to some things I don't think I can talk about on YouTube. So it's Henrik and I instead. And because of the twins and time, it's an advent calendar. Because taking out a whole day from 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning until midnight, shooting 24 episodes is not going to happen, unfortunately. But it will happen in the future, for sure, when it's a bit easier to shoot it. Maybe in a larger location. We'll see about that.
Maybe.
So this year, I said we're doing an advent calendar. It's Henrik and I, back to back, drinking 4 different beers. All of them, actually this time, so it's more than 4 different beers because we've got a couple of beers where it's a vintage kind of thing here in the first episode, and later on we've got 2 beers as well. So just Henrik and I plowing through some awesome beers for the Advent occasion, and then instead of just having one glass of aquavit, we're pairing every day of Advent with a spirit that's different from beer.
Yes.
So we will get slightly inebriated.
Yes.
Because they're big beers and we're only 2 people and it's booze.
So, it's booze.
But let's see how well this turns out. And this is actually also us pre-gaming to our beer club's Christmas lunch party.
10-year anniversary, actually.
And 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have some good times and drink some awesome beer for these 4 days of Advent. And we'll start by lighting the Advent candles. Or the first one at least. Yeah, we shouldn't get too fast ahead of ourselves and light all of them. Okay. So actually all the beers are a secret for you besides these 2.
These I brought.
Yeah, and I knew about them because
idea.
you suggested it in beforehand.
Yeah.
So we're checking out 2 beers. I reviewed it last year, but this is actually last year's and this year's vintage of Thisted Bryghus Limfjordsporter. Yes. So the famous Thisted Bryghus Juleporter or Limfjordsporter, they've made a few variations in the last few years, and they've done this Christmas version, which is with vanilla, cassonade sugar, and port wine. So, surprised last year, it was really good.
I was actually in that review as well.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That was a big surprise. They make some nice beers at Thisted, but they're more like industrial and more for a mass market.
More classic stuff.
Yes. But these...
Which we like as well. I mean, Thisted, the Limfjordsporter, I mean, we've mentioned this a ton of time. It's basically one of the first real craft beers that I think most people are trying in Denmark.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So they made this Christmas variation, and this year people are saying it's almost as good as the first year. So there is some variation.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to try and see if they have tweaked or made it a bit different. So, we'll see. So as Peter said, we have the one from
last year
and
this year.
And this year.
So 22, 23.
Yes.
And because it's made with port wine, we're pairing it with something somewhat similar, Madeira wine. I actually don't have any port wine at the moment that's open because it's vintage port and I don't want to open that for this. But I had an opened bottle of Madeira wine I thought could be fun to pair because Madeira wine is also a fortified wine and it lasts a whole lot better opened than port wines. So this is from Enriquez and Enriquez on Madeira, and this is their 5-year-old Madeira wine, and this is the finest full rich version, or Dolce. I don't know what grapes they use in this one, but it's 19%. And they come in like sweet, semi-sweet, or sweet, semi-rich, rich or semi-rich. And then there's also dry variations. Usually there's like 4 variations on a single vintage of Madeira wine. But I think Madeira wine is really tasty. And I've been on the island of Madeira. If you Google the channel, you can find a Madeira island tour, which was awesome. Jule who showed us around. But without further ado, I think you can get this bottle opener. And I can get this one, and we can pop these beers and dive into them. So they're porters. I think they're bottom fermented. Because does it say?
Overgæret.
It is.
It says on the front.
Overgæret. Yeah. Where does it say? Yeah. Oh yeah, great. So it's an actual porter ale style. It's not a So it's just, I guess it's just inspired by the Limfjordsporter. I don't think it's got that much in common with it. Also, as far as I remember, this is much richer.
Yeah, it is.
So you can pour those 2 glasses, and I'll pour this one. So it actually doesn't look too rich, but I just remember it being richer than.
I mean, it is.
That looks richer than this. Look at the head.
I know.
Interesting.
I think actually maybe we should start with the new one.
Okay.
Because I think that's a bit more. I think it's quite different actually.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so let's do the right one.
It's definitely a black color in the glass. It's got a nice beige head. Looks like a porter. Let's check out the aroma. It smells more like what I remember from their other porter.
Yeah.
Roasty.
Yeah.
There's some cola bean kind of thing. There's not that much vanilla. I think maybe the cola bean could be the port wine.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, it definitely
there's a touch of vanilla.
smells a lot like the original.
Yeah,
but
more like the
sweeter, of course.
Yeah, almost like vanilla powdered sugar.
Yeah, there is some vanilla in here as well.
Yeah. Also quite grapey.
Yeah, grapey. Yeah.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah.
Cheers and happy first of Advent.
Happy first of Advent.
We forgot to mention the ABVs. 9.2%.
Yeah, they're both 9.2.
Ooh, nice. Quite roasty.
Yeah.
More roasty than I remember the last year being sweeter. It's also it's more dry. It feels like.
Yeah.
Definitely getting the port wine.
Yeah.
Like a grapey kind of dried fruitiness.
I still think it's better than the original Limfjordsporter, to be honest.
It's a different beer though.
It's a different beer. I know it's maybe pear and apples that you can't really do an exact comparison.
It's like coconutty, kind of like heavy roasted maltiness too. Fairly robust and edgy, ashy, dry, and then there's that whiff of sweet vanilla too. But I think the vanilla is fairly light on this.
Yeah, the vanilla is quite light. And what I'm also surprised is that the mouthfeel feels a lot more than when you actually pour, when you can actually see like in the glass.
Yeah.
It feels more full body than what you would expect when you actually are pouring it, because that seems a bit light maybe. But
yeah, I think the body is good. It's like full body, but not like thick or anything. It feels rich in the mouth.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of warmth going down, but it's not like boozy.
No. Okay.
Should we try and jump over to the old
let's do
vintage?
this. Yeah. It's
So
gonna be
from
fun.
last year,
Yeah.
much more vanilla. Much more vanilla.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Almost.
What a difference.
Almost like marzipan.
Yeah, this smells much more like a Christmas beer. I think this one just smells like a porter with festive nuances.
Yeah.
This is where I think Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also feel like there's more port wine in this.
Yeah.
There's more of everything.
There is more of everything in this, yeah.
It smells much more like a craft, like from a smaller brewery than the new vintage.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
That's
and
very
it smells
interesting.
sweeter.
It smells sweet as well. But it also looks more heavy, more thick.
More rich, more dense.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's definitely also more black. I mean, just
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
For sure.
It is. Wow. Okay, they have changed a lot then.
Much richer, much more velvety.
Now I remember why we like this so much.
That is so different.
Yeah, it really is.
So much more vanilla chocolate flavors on this one too.
This is much better.
This is much like this seems like it would be coming from like a Christmas beer from like Open or Gamma or like a bigger like it feels also more modern. Like this one feels like more like a dansk ølentusiast kind of beer.
More classic flavors, a bit more mellowed down. Like to be honest, when you get this becomes quite boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good, but it's
just not the same.
It's not the same. This is the one from last year is much better.
Do you remember what we gave it last year?
I think it was quite high.
It was in the 90s. We should check.
I think it was
because I feel like grading it the same as last year because I remember I liking it as much, but I can't remember what I gave it.
No, but I think it was up in the 90s.
Yeah, I would say
93, 94.
Yeah, I would say 93 or something like for this, and then maybe an 88 for the new one.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe not 88. Maybe 89.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close to 90, but I feel like it's just more fizzy and boozy and like not rich.
No, it feels like they attempted to do this, but they just didn't really went all the way.
Yeah.
Kinda. I don't know.
It tastes like there was saved a bit of money on this recipe this year. Like less vanilla, less port wine.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. It's not as good at all.
The good thing is I have one more bottle of this, which I'll save for next year, and then we can do 3.
That'd be fun. But I think they should go back to this and then have it be, 5 crowns cheaper in the supermarket. Like, it's not an expensive beer. They're like 20 crowns.
I thought them all the way down to 14 crowns.
Yeah, okay, damn.
Yeah.
That's really cheap. I wouldn't mind.
I just saw it on the Facebook. I'm not sure it was the right price, but the beer was there and then it said 14 crowns. So I don't know if they misplaced them or something like that.
I wouldn't mind paying more than that.
No, I think like 35.
Yeah, 35. Maybe
even up to 40.
Yeah, if it's of this quality. Because it really feels like a more modern craft beer where you use a lot of ingredients. Where this seems much more industrial.
Yeah. But that's sadly the audience of Thisted Bryghus.
Yeah.
That like 35 crowns is a lot of money for people. That is the Thisted audience, sadly. Because I mean, but what they're showing from this beer is that they can make, if they really want to do it, they can actually make something that is very nice, very good.
Yeah.
So if anybody from Thisted is listening, we don't mind if you go back to the original recipe.
It's the first fucking beer and I already spilled.
Oh, that's good.
We'll have to wipe this up in the next episode because we don't have anything to wipe with. So here we go. 5-year-old Madeira wine. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks very nice in the glass. Very ruby colored. It looks like a barley wine almost. This here. But yeah, let's take this one out.
Yeah.
Ooh, raisiny.
A lot of raisins.
Dates, figs. A little bit of maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
But I got this for cooking. And instead of getting the cheap stuff, I got something somewhat better to make a Madeira wine sauce. But yeah, it smells really good. Lots of like dried oaky flavors, vanilla too. It smells like something that'd be great for Riesnammer.
Oh yeah,
for Christmas Eve.
That is true.
Let's try some Madeira wine. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
That's really tasty.
That's really good.
Adult candy.
And a lot less boozy than I thought it would be from the aroma. I mean, the aroma is like, you can smell there is some alcohol, but when you drink it, it's almost like nothing.
Yeah. It's really, like Madeira wines are really nice. This is also quite sweet because it's the rich or sweet, full variants. I think often the grapes they use is like Malvasia and I can't remember, there's a few different grapes. But they have a specific process where the wine is oxidized quite quickly and then you get kind of these.
Wow, it's so raisiny. It's like liquid raisins.
Yeah, liquid raisins with a dab of maple syrup and vanilla.
Yeah. That is nice.
But almost caramel and toffee vibes too. It's almost like a barley wine of wine. It's almost like if you did a barley wine in the wine world, this is it.
To be honest, I think this is better than port wine. Most port wines that I've had.
Often I like Madeira wine more than port wine. They are also, one of the big things is port wine often goes just super sweet. It has some sourness too, like some tart, zinny, sour grape, which cuts the sweetness.
Yeah, it's just not sweet. It also has a bit of edge. That's nice.
And then like dried, oaky, woody, kind of corky flavors as well. It's drinking really nice for being in the bottle so long. But yeah, there's also, of course, like I think the closest resemblance to the Madeira wines is often like a tawny port. Yeah. Because it's also like the most oxidative and aged variation on port wine. And they have some similarities, but I must say, like, I think I also prefer Madeira over port, just because it's so much more rich and complex. But it's also still highly drinkable.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I mean, it's not like...
When did you open it?
About maybe a year ago. So, and I was actually fearing that it would be too much, but for some reason, Madeira it can kind of handle it better. It would probably be a little more vibrant if we had it when I just opened it. But yeah, you should try and explore it in Madeira wines, because you can get like a few different producers in Denmark in wine shops and stuff that are really nice. But what do you think of grades of the beer?
I think I agree with you. I think the old one is definitely the best one by miles, and I think if we gave it like 93, 94, I think that's where I would put it.
Yeah.
I think the new one, I think you're right. I would not give it 90. I think it's still good. I think 89, maybe for me.
There's
88.
When I just smelled
88.
there is a lot of breadiness in the new one.
Yeah.
After drinking this, like actual malt aroma and maybe a touch of smoke. What would you grade the Madeira wine? If we just say like
1 to 5.
Okay, yeah, let's say
1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10 for the spirits.
Yeah. 8.
Yeah, I'd say 8. A good 8, strong 8.
Yeah.
It's really good, but you can definitely get better. You can get better.
But so very nice.
Yeah, but so damn drinkable.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the spirits we're having, it's not fortified drinks, it's spirits the rest, and they're not for like easy drinking. So that does it for the first of the Advent episode of the Master of Hoppers Grand Advent Calendar. We've got 3 more episodes pairing great beers with booze. And
just the way we like it.
Yes, without food this year because we live dangerously. So maybe we'll have a slice of bread with
slice of rye bread.
Slice of rye bread.
Just soak up all that
liver
booze.
pate afterwards. But yeah, if you guys had either of the beers, let us know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. Also, come with your thoughts on Madeira wine, and also if you have recommendations for Madeira wine to try, let us know. And we're gonna say cheers and Merry Christmas, and see you guys for the next day of Advent. Cheers.
Cheers.